Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you the top 10 best characters in the game. So I've made a similar video, which was I think my third ever video on this channel, which was the top 5 best characters for new players. However, this time we're going to make a top 10 best characters for any player who wants to know what is the best character available in the game. Keep in mind the list is going to be for every PvE game mode and not just specifically pointing to just World Boss Legend or Alliance Battle. So this will be a general PvE content. If you do not see certain characters, it is because that character is only good at that certain game mode. So that is why. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started for today's video. So for the first character that we have today, it is undeniably Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange is the best character in the game there is right now, debatably with the other one that I'm going to talk about in a minute. So again, I made this poster just like how I did before last time. So his best CTP is a CTP of Rage, and he has like it looks like a complicated rotation for Doctor Strange, though it is quite simple. If you do not have his tier 3, then you can just do 1, 5, 2, 3, 4, as you can see, and then this will be just a V pad that you can just move around. So again, 1, 5, 2, 3, 4. Now, obviously, you're not going to do it as slow as I am, but I'm doing it for the demonstration of this video. So as you can see, you can just do it like this. As you can see, very, very quickly. So now that you, for example, had his tier 3, you're going to do 1, 5, 6, and then cancel when he reaches to the top, and then 2, 3, 4. So it's the same as before, but after the 5th, you're going to play his 6. So again, 1, 5, 6, cancel when he reaches to the top, and then play that again. Now, as for his tier 4, you just do the same thing, except after 6 you play 7. So 1, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4. So that is it for Doctor Strange. Again, 1, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4. So that is the rotation for Doctor Strange. So yeah, though do keep in mind, if we turn on cooldown, his 5th is going to take a really long time. So look, 152, as you can, it's not 24, it's going to be 12 seconds, because in the combat here, previous skills, it does not show with the 50% cooldown duration. So in the meantime, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then by the time those skill reset, then you have 5 ready with 6. Or maybe 6 is going to be at around 70%, then you're just going to do 1, 5, 6, 7, or just jump into 2, 3, 4 if you do not have his tier 4 ready. So yeah, that is all for the first character in today's video. So the next character, it is going to be Storm. Now, people are debating whether Storm is the best or Doctor Strange is the best, or they're both just as equal. Personally, for me, I find Doctor Strange the best. Again, this is just my opinion. Some people might disagree, some people may agree. So, we're going to go ahead and preview the skill, going to show you what she does. However, before we do that, her best CTP, it is going to be either a Rage or it is going to be a competition, not a mighty competition. So it's going to be either a Rage or a competition, then your CTP. So yeah, if you have either one of them, you can just give it to Storm. Let's go ahead and get into her rotation. So the advantage that Storm has over Doctor Strange is that she's not a native tier 2 and she is not a premium, so she's going to be easier for you to build. So her rotation is as followed: 2, 3, 5, 4, and then 1. Again, you do not delay cancel. I'm just showing you it so that you can see how you can do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. That's my fault. 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. So yeah, that is her rotation if you do not have a tier 3. If you do have a tier 3, then it's going to be 2, 3, 5, 4, 1, and then 2, 1, and then after that you're going to have all your skills already, and then it's 2, 3, and then you play 7, 5, 4, 6, you cancel when she reaches to the top, and then 1. So yeah, that is her rotation. Again, 2, 3, 7, 5, 4, 6, wait till she reaches to the top, and then 1 to cancel it. So yeah, that is her rotation. She's a little harder to play than Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange just basically canceled everything into 4. But she's a little hard, though she's quite worth it. So one last time, 2, 3, 7, 5, 4, 6, and then wait until she reaches to the top, and then 1. So yeah, that was all for Storm. The next character that we have on the list, it is going to be Knull. Now, some of you might not have expected Knull to be on this list, considering the fact that you've only seen people use him for PvP, though he does have some quite good aspect in PvE. He is good in World Boss Legends. He is decent in Alliance Battle Extreme and Legends, though he's not the best one for that day. Keep in mind, there's an extra note that I'll need to tell you. This video will not have characters that have their seasonal uniform, because I'm trying to make this list as available as possible for the characters that you want to build, instead of having to wait for their seasonal. However, for exceptions like Ghost Rider, he's not in the video yet, though he'll get a new uniform in a few days, which I'll be going ahead and testing. If he's worth it, then I'll tell you that he's also another worth it character that you can go ahead and get, since he's outside of the seasonal paywall. So yeah, regardless, we're gonna go into Knull. His best CTP, if you're going to use him for PvP, you're going to just give him a greed. If you're going to use him for PvE and PvP, because he can be a hybrid, then you can go ahead and give him a rage. That's his best CTP. So we're gonna go to the skills, and then we're going to go ahead and show you how to do it. If you do not have his, I don't think he comes with his tier 3 skill. I'm not 100% sure, because I built him way too quick for me to even notice if he has his tier 3 skill or not. Regardless though, his rotation is 4, 3, 5. His 5th has V-pad, and then 1, 2. So again, 4, 3, 5. Wait for this to finish, and then 1, 2. So this is quite simple. Now, for his tier 3 and tier 4 move, you're going to do 4, 3, 5. That's to charge up your tier 3. And then you go ahead and just play normally. Do it, I think, twice for you to charge his tier 3. You do 6, wait until he slashes his sword, and then 4, 3, 5, and then 7. So you can use 7 whenever, though I'd like to prefer to use it in the end. So again, 6, wait until he slashes the sword, 4, 3, 5, and then 7. So yeah, that is for Knull. He's quite fun to play with, and he is a very, very worth it character, though do keep in mind he will be very expensive, because unlike Sentry, he comes with a native tier 3 1 star, compared to Sentry where you build him up to a level 66 stars. So he's going to be quite expensive for you to build him. So yeah, that was for Knull. The next character on this list, it is going to be Gwenpool. So Gwenpool's best rotation, it is obviously going to be a rage. And now I'm going to show you her skills. Keep in mind, every character that I am listing will need their latest uniforms. They cannot really do much of anything without their uniform. You might get lucky if you're in, for example, my spot or someone else's account that has a much better build, then yes, you can use it without a uniform, but it is obviously always better for you to use a uniform for your character. So, we're going to go ahead and start with her rotation. So, her rotation is 5 delay, and then 3, 4, 2. You delay 5 when she throws the, as you can, so there was stuff that she threw, as you can see, through, and then you're going to do 3, 4, 2. So again, 5, 3, 4, 2. I did this way too quickly, but make sure that she throws the presents, and then you go ahead and complete this, as you can see, like that. For her tier 3 and tier 4 move, you do the same rotation. So as you can see, 5, 3, 4, and then 7, and then you play 6, 1, 2, and then you play 1. You cancel it after she reaches the second round. So again, 5, 3, 4, 2, and then 6, 1, 2, and then 1. So yeah, she's also a little complicated for some people, though her damage is quite worth it. So 1, 2, and then you do skill 1. So yeah, that is for Gwenpool. The next character on this list, it is going to be Venom. Now Venom is really good, and he's quite fun for me to even play with him. I really recommend you build Venom. His best CTP is going to be the Rage. Now onto the skills with Venom. So for Venom, you're going to go ahead and do delay cancel 5. Well, it's not really delay, you can even quick cancel it if you want to, and then 3, 4. So you can just do like this quickly, or you can do what I usually do, which is 5, wait until he hits the ground, and 3, 4. It is up to you, though the best one is obviously going to be 5 until he hits the ground, and then 3, 4. And now you're going to, for his tier 3 and tier 4, you do the same thing, and then after he finishes his spins, and then you do 1, 2, because you're charging up your 7 and 6. And then after that you do 7, 6, wait until he hits the ground. As you can see, the ground changed, and then 5, 3, 4, like that. So yeah, let's do this one more time to another group. 7, 6, wait until he hits the ground. As you can see, the ground changed. 5, 3, 4. So yeah, he's quite simple and very, very fun to play with. So that was all for Venom. So for the next character, it is going to be Gamora. I do not have her built yet, but I probably won't build her because I have Luna, who's going to have more days on Alliance Battle. But regardless, Gamora is really good for you to build if you do not want to get Gamora. If you do not want to get Luna. Her best CTP, it is going to be the CTP of Energy. I do not have Energy, so I just give her a proc Obelisk. But we're going to go ahead and show you the rotation. So if you do not have her Transcend Potential, then what you're going to do is 3, wait until she throws, and then 4, 5. So again, you're going to do 3 until she shoots for 5. It is a simple rotation, but quite fun and easy. So you're going to do, after that, if you have her Transcend Potential or tier 4, you're going to do 6, 3, and then 4, 5. And then you can use 7 whenever. So her 6 is instant cancel. So yeah, again, 6, 3, 4, 5, and then 7. I forgot to add 7 to the picture, though 7 is, you can use 7 whenever you need. So yeah, that was for Gamora. The next character, it is going to be Captain Marvel. Now for Captain Marvel, her best CTP is going to be the CTP of Rage. And now we're going to show you her skills. So if you do not have her tier 3, then you're going to do 3 delay until she reaches like this, 5, 4. You're going to cancel 3 when she reaches to the top. You're going to notice how she reaches to the top, like right now. When she pushes her chest out, then that's when you're going to cancel into 5, then 4. So yeah, again, 3, cancel 4, cancel to 5, and then 4. So yeah, that is for her without her tier 3. If you have her tier 3 and tier 4, then you're going to do 3, and then 5, 4. And then after that, after she throws that, you're going to do 2, cancel it when she starts to throw into 1. After you charged up your 6 and 7, keep in mind when I see both tier 3 and tier 4, it doesn't mean that you need a tier 4. The tier 3 will be the same, you just don't do 7, that's all. So if as soon as you have those ready, then you're going to do 7, 6, and then 3, 5, 4. 6 is instant cancel, then 3, 5, 4. So again, 7, 6, 3, 5, 4. So yeah, that is for Captain Marvel. So yeah, let's move on to the next character. It is going to be, where is he? It is going to be Kingpin. Now for Kingpin, his best CTP is a Rage. However, if you do not have a Rage, then you're going to give him a proc Obelisk. You're not going to give him a mini Rage Obelisk. You're going to give him a proc Obelisk until you get a CTP of Rage. So, we're going to go and preview his his skills. Now, sometimes in some of these images, you may see that I forgot to add 7. That's because I'm focusing on the characters that I have built, and sometimes I forget to add 7 because I do not have them at tier 4. But keep in mind, those who have a tier 4, you can use 7 whenever you need. So, we're going to start with, if you do not have him at tier 3, you're going to do 3 until he throws the rock, and then 4, 5. As you can see, he's going to start punching them like that. So again, 3, and then 4, 5. So it is quite easy. So if you have his tier 3, then you do the same rotation that you have 7 and 6 ready. You're going to do 7, then 6, 3, and then 4, 5. 6 is insta-cancelable. The only one that's delayed, it's 3. So again, 7, 6, 3, and then 4, 5. It is quite simple and easy. Now for the last character, this one is not really a last character. This one is more of up to you, whether you want to build a native tier 2 or you want to build a premium character. So I'll show you the native tier 2 one first, and then after that I'm going to show you the premium one. For the native tier 2 one, it is going to be Wolverine. Wolverine's best CTP, if you want to use them for PVE, it is going to be CTP of energy, PVE and PvP. So it's going to be a hybrid, then you're going to use energy. If you want him just for PvP, you're going to give him a conquest. Make sure it's at least a mighty, because a normal conquest is really bad. So we're going to go and show you his skill moves. Keep in mind, these skill moves are only for PvE. I'm only doing this for PvE for those people that want a good PvE characters. So for Wolverine, this one is quite simple. It's literally just following the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's as simple as that. You just cancel everything into 5. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's as simple as that. So when you have 7 and 6 ready, you should just follow the numbers again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and then 7. He's very, very, very easy for you to play with. Though do keep in mind, he's only going to work the best in World Boss Legends. He's not going to score that much in Alliance Battle Extreme and Legends. Though he can do PvP very, very good. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and then 7. So it's as easy as that. So yeah, that was all for Wolverine. The next and final character that you're going to check out, it is going to be Carnage. For Carnage, the best CTP for him, if you want to use him for a hybrid PvE PvP, then you're going to give him an energy. If you're going to use him for PvP, you're going to give him a refinement. As you can see, I do not have any CTP on him yet. I'm still trying to get an energy for him. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead and show you the rotations for Carnage. So his rotation is as followed: 3, 4, delay, and then 5. It's also quite simple. So 3 is insta-cancelable, 4 is delayed, and then 5 is the insta-cancel. So 3, you delay 4 until he jumps, and then 5. I'll show you this again. So 3, and then right now, as soon as he jumped, then you're going to cancel into 5. So that is if you do not have him at tier 3. If you're going to have him at tier 3 or tier 4, then you're going to do the following. 7 and then 6, you wait until he jumps and then he shoots down, and 3, 4, 5. It's very, very simple and easy, and he's also just as fun as Venom. So again, 7, 6, you wait until he jumps and then starts to throw the bullets, and then 3, 4, and then 5. It is all very, very, very simple for this character. So yeah, in my opinion, for if you're going to build Wolverine or Carnage, in my opinion, I would probably have to say Wolverine, because for Wolverine, he has the advantage that you can get him technically for free in his epic quest right here. You get him for free, as you can see, all the way up to level 60. But the advantage that Carnage has is that Carnage is not a native tier 2, so he's not going to be as expensive. However, he is going to take you a really long time to just get him until tier 2 if you do not have a mega tier 2 ticket. So again, in my opinion, it is probably going to be build Wolverine over Carnage. But if you really, really like Carnage, then again, Carnage is not a bad option by any means necessary. So yeah, that was all for today's video. I've pretty much covered the top 10 best that I can see in my perspective. Obviously, not everyone is going to agree into this is going to be like the best that there is. Because, so I'm not going to obviously argue with anyone, because everyone has their own opinions and different sites as to who's the best one. But regardless, this is as good as I can get it to be. For the characters that I might see some people complain about in the comments, it is going to be, for the people that are arguing the comments, such as Jean. Jean is really, really expensive. So she's really expensive with the worst typing in the entire game. So she's not really worth it. And however, I forgot to mention one more character. I'm really sorry about that, but I forgot to mention just one more character. That one last character is going to be Beta Ray Bill. For Beta Ray Bill, you obviously can get him through the his epic quest. His best CTP is a CTP of energy. Now we're going to show you his skills. So if you do not have his 6 ready, so transcend potential, then you're going to do 4, wait until Thor appears, and then 3, 5. So as you can see, that was quite it. So again, 4 until Thor appears, 3, 5. It is very simple and easy. As soon as you have him at transcend potential or tier 4, then you're going to do 6 until he jumps, 4, 3, 5, and then 7. So yeah, it is simple and easy. So again, 6, 4, 3, 5, and then 7. So yeah, and that was for the actual last character. I completely forgot to mention him before Carnage and Wolverine. I really forgot, but we've mentioned him in here right now. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, for characters like Jean, the reason I did not put her here is that she's a way too expensive. 6,600 plus 2,500 if you do not buy it on discount. On top of that, she's really hard to play. Like, her rotation is something else I've seen. Like, to this day, I obviously regret tier 4ing her, but what am I supposed to do? She's just really just here. Like, I don't use her at all, other than a filler for World Boss Legend Plus. For characters like Thanos, I'd not mention him because his uniform is a seasonal. Characters like, for example, Thor, I'd not mention him because Beta Ray Bill is a much better option. Like, you'll see many people use Beta Ray Bill as a support for Thor, but Beta Ray Bill is much better than Thor in pretty much every single game mode except World Boss Legend Plus because Thor is a rage character, so he has an advantage on that. But even then, Beta Ray Bill is slowly creeping up onto Thor. So yeah, that's pretty much all the characters that I can think of that people might argue about. The other one is probably Luna, but again, she's seasonal and she can do the Alliance Battle Extreme and Legend very, very good. But World Boss Legends, I'm not 100% sure as to how she is. I haven't seen that many people test her there, so I assume that she's not the best in that one. Probably Gamora is better than her in there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that Gamora is really good for World Boss Legend and Alliance Battle Extreme and Legend. So yeah, regardless though, that was all for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and like, and let me down below if you have found this guide very helpful for you. So yeah guys, I'm going to see you all in the very next video. Goodbye.